All right. Excuse me. Welcome everybody. It's good to be here drawing. Sorry we're starting a little bit late again. But we're here, we're ready to draw. And today we're just gonna do this will probably be the last live stream for a while, for a little bit. So I thought today we'd do a free draw whatever we want, whatever we find interesting. So I'm gonna start with a 5-minute warm-up as normal, and then we'll jump into our drawing. So let's get started.
Kiersey says my Cintiq companion died, so it's been hard to do anything, but I try with Intuos.
Do you like this Antique Companion? What are your do you have thoughts on it?
Okay, you guys, I didn't realize there was a version of Cintiq that's called Companion. So I was trying to think of for a second. I was like, my Cintiq companion died. Like, did you have like a friend who also like used the Cintiq and like you drew together and they died? It was kind of sad, but then
Just casually my Cintiq companion died, so I guess I'm on to my Intuos companion.
it's like, okay, I'm sorry. Either way, it's sad.
I'm assuming she just means that the charge died, because a Cintiq companion is wireless. It's like an iPad kind of.
Oh, okay. How big are the Cintiqs? Like, are they like a big honking thing that's like
It depends on
stationary or is it portable?
they have different sizes. The Cintiq is like a normal Cintiq is pretty stationary. It's pretty big. It's like as big as my monitor.
Wow.
Um, if that's the size you get. Um, I don't know exactly how big a Cintiq companion is, but from what they look pretty freaking hefty.
Can you use Procreate on that thing? Can you like somehow hook it to your iPad?
No, it's basically like a PC tablet, but to go. It's like a computer in and of itself. It's like a
Oh.
laptop that doesn't fold, as far as I understand, kind of.
Hmm.
Um, but it is, from what I understand, pretty heavy and pretty bulky. But that
Okay.
it works really well and gets the job done. So
Charlie McGowan says hello from 28 Toronto. A-28 Toronto.
hello.
Sure. Yeah. Hi. Kiersey, referring to the Cintiq companion, says, yes, I loved it. It's a computer Cintiq. John Oliver says, yo, love your work.
Thanks, John.
Kiersey says, pen just stopped working. It's, let's see, it's just it's only computer now. I try to fix it, but I don't know how I can. Charlie McGowan says, that is a minus 28 degrees.
Ooh,
Whoa.
jeez, that's freaking cold.
Oh, I see. Hello from a negative 28 Toronto. That is crazy. Wow. Charlie McGowan has a Cintiq 12-inch pad. So a 12-inch. What size is your screen that you're working on?
About almost 12-inch diagonally.
Cool.
Pretty close to that.
This is a cool looking bird. Is this kind of a hybrid of birds that you've seen, or is this a specific bird that is real?
This
Drawing
is
from
just
memory.
kind of like a generic bird skeleton I'm drawing out of my head and then putting some feathers around it.
Cool.
It's kind of roughly based off of a crow. Yes, I'm drawing a bird.
A bird. Looks like a dodo bird, which is extinct.
Dodo birds like this with a big old huge beak. That's a dodo bird for you right there.
Yeah.
I know a dodo bird when I see one. I am a dodo bird. Just kidding. All right, free draw. Draw whatever I want. I'm gonna draw whatever you want. What should I draw today? Let's get some
Ooh.
suggestions. Can you demo how to draw a circle and copy it? I'm not sure what you mean. There's a circle. I would come over here to my layers, duplicate. Now I have 2 circles. But if you want it to be a perfect circle and you're using Procreate, I think they actually have a new feature. I haven't really used it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. You can draw a circle and then hold the end of your stroke, and well, I guess that's not really very perfect though.
But it'll just kind of.
But it, cleans it up a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing with a square. Yep.
What tool are you using, or is it
That's just the pencil tool.
Okay.
You just at the it's the same with like the quick line. Like if you go like this and then stop, it'll snap to a straight
that's
line.
really cool.
If you do a circle and then end it, it'll kind of snap to a better circle. And then the same with the square and the triangle.
That's really cool.
I wonder if you can do it. I'm sure you can do a rectangle. All right, now I wonder if you can do like an pentagon. Yep. Okay, what about a hexagon? Wow. Okay. 8. We're going for 8. Nope. It made that one into a circle. Maybe it was too small. Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty impressed.
Cool.
All right, any suggestions? I did a super cool cartoon by accident. That's super cool. Accidentally.
Draw a fluffy Velociraptor.
A furry? Ugh, no. Don't do that to me. I'm not drawing a furry. Don't send me down that dark path. Oh, and then the thing for the circle, I was just mentioning, once you have the circle, and you want to make it into an ellipse, you just select it and then smash it, and then you can make more.
Oh, also, Kirsty's asking, so you use iPad?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the only suggestion I have is fluffy Velociraptor. Anything else to incorporate into it? Any suggestions?
Go ahead and draw a vehicle.
Draw a vehicle.
Draw a Velociraptor driving a vehicle.
About
chasing a vehicle.
Fluffy Velociraptor getting hit by a vehicle.
Oh, that's sad. How about smashing a vehicle?
A fox, feathery car tank. All right.
How about a beastly Velociraptor getting shot by a tank, but it's not harming it? It's just gonna like go and destroy the tank.
How about this?
Oh, plus a fox. Draw that too.
I don't know if I'll be able to incorporate the fox, but we'll see. I feel like this is gonna be a dumb drawing now. I'm gonna do one thing at a time. I can't incorporate all that.
Do it.
I'm gonna just start with the feathered
Ooh, feathered the Velociraptor on top of a car.
I'm just gonna start with the feathered Velociraptor.
Starship. So a furry Velociraptor that is on a starship with Star Fox. That's how you could incorporate all of them.
You guys are crazy.
So guys, make sure you are posting your sketches, sharing them with us on the Facebook page. Ming Ming, the artist, confirms. Yes, we are. I think referring to the crazy part when you said that they're all crazy. So this is something you're drawing totally out of your head. What are some things that are going through your mind right now as you're trying to construct this Velociraptor out of your head?
Just like the basics of raptor anatomy and the pose and stuff I want it to have.
Colton Campo sent you the eye on Instagram. I'm guessing it was the cartoony eye that they accidentally made.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'll check it out later today.
Rachel Yu adds, you should draw a chicken on top of a cow.
How about a chicken on top of a raptor?
Yes. Like riding into battle on a raptor.
Okay, yep, that's one way.
Wouldn't that be epic?
That's one word for it, I suppose.
Charlie McGowan says, are you using a pencil and what setting?
Using the technical pencil with the maximum size increased. And if you want to know the exact settings, you can look up Mike Henry's video called Fat Pencil. And those are the exact settings I use. Oopsie daisy.
Awesome. And you said it's Mike Henry's video?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know if they have a technical pencil for Photoshop?
No, I don't. But it doesn't really matter what brush you use. You can use any brush as long as it works for you. So, I mean, yeah. I know it's probably annoying to hear, but like really it doesn't matter that much. That's not what's gonna make your art look good. Isn't the brush.
When do you know when to change the nib?
When it's like flat on one side. I've only ever changed my nib once. I've had my iPad for like a couple years.
Panel says, "Ooh, it's beginning to look cute already." What is a baryonyx?
Baryonyx?
Baryonyx.
They're related to Suchomimus and Spinosaurus, and they are a dinosaur that was believed to eat mainly a fish diet and had a big old huge claw on their finger, and they would use that claw to catch fish.
Dang,
Supposedly
cool.
is a theory.
So Colton Campos says, "Looks like you're doing Velociraptor, and I'm on my cartoon." How do you say it again?
Baryonyx?
Baryonyx. Yeah,
Sweet dude.
sounds cool.
Baryonyx is pretty cool. That was my favorite dinosaur when I was a kid, actually. Kind of a weird one to have as your favorite, I think, but that's what it was.
Baryonyx. Oh yeah, they have like these like hooks on their hands, kind of. That's cool. And it's like long old snout thing.
Mm-hmm. Like kind of like an alligator.
Didn't you paint one of those in one of your videos, or something that looks similar, holding a staff or something like that?
It was some sort of creature. It wasn't based off of that though. But I did. It is in one of my courses. I think it's in the digital painting mega course. In the part where I teach about light, rim lighting, and ambient occlusion. That's the demo. Is you paint on top of a drawing or a painting I did of a cowgirl riding a Suchomimus, which is very similar to a baryonyx.
Oh, this is the thing I was thinking of. Let's see where the. Oh, just because of the long snout thing. This is what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
But different. Baryonyx means heavy claw. Cool. Charlie McGowan says, I have a scene sketched out of the Ardennes or Ardennes forest during the Battle of the Bulge. Don't want to blow it. Do you have any suggestions on how to approach coloring it?
I would find some reference that has a color scheme that you like and try and match those colors. And it's probably the colors are probably going to be a lot less saturated than you originally suspect if you're trying to draw it accurately. So err on the side of desaturation more than saturation and start with just like the rough basic colors and just start throwing it in under your line work. Don't worry a ton about lighting, just get like the basic, kind of like when you're drawing, start really the rough and loose and then work to the more refined, detailed aspects. That would be my advice.
Charlie adds using eyedropper as far as picking the colors.
Yeah, I've done that before. You can do that. Some people don't like to because they feel like it's copying the reference too much. But if you're using a reference photo that's like completely different, you're just using the color scheme. You can do that if you want. Just be careful that you're not. You gotta use your brain a little bit and make sure that you're not just that what you're color dropping would actually be accurate for whatever your painting is, right? That you're not like, this color is it in this picture. That doesn't necessarily mean it would be the same color in your picture if it's not in the same area of shadow or whatever, things like that. Just make sure you're being like thinking about it like logically about where the colors would go.
Panella says the wings of the Velociraptor start on the second finger. The primaries, if you were wondering.
Well, too bad. This is pretty stylized, so we're just gonna run with it.
$10.30 to say no.
Okay.
So, like a Velociraptor with wings, like I'm seeing a couple images here, like with wings and without, and
Well, they're not really wings.
like feathers.
Yeah, I mean they're like
Yeah,
feathers, but they're not true wings in the sense
like they
of
couldn't fly with them.
yeah, and the joints aren't really fused together. They have fingers. So I mean, they're reminiscent of wings, but they're not really wings.
And is that just a certain type of Velociraptor that's like that, or was that like like an early version of a Velociraptor, or you know what I
I'm
mean?
not super up to date on that. What's the current like theory? But if it wouldn't be early. It would be a later version, the latest version,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's getting closer to evolving into more of like a bird-like creature. Um, but they did. I mean, as far what kind of feathers or how much and stuff is still a little bit uncertain as far as I understand. But they did. It's pretty much all confirmed that they had feathers of some sort or
Interesting.
another,
Cool.
and they may have looked like this, or they may have looked like the raptors on my shelf over there.
Hmm.
Is this fluffy enough for you guys?
Pretty awesome.
Did it pass the fluff test?
It's so fluffy.
Or does it need to be fluffier?
Ooh, that tail is pretty cool. It almost makes it look like a squirrel-looking thing.
Velociraptor.
Charlie McGowan, the same one asking about, the forest that they're painting, says, understand as the scene is set in winter with snow on the ground and uniforms are pretty subdued colors, kabuki, etc.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty saturated, subdued, like you said. Yeah, you could use color drop if you want. I wouldn't use it the whole time. Like, kind of mix it with your own, like, make your own, I guess, like, decisions about it in some areas so that it can just get kind of stale if you do that, like, a little stiff. So kind of mix that in with your own color picking.
Rachel, you says give it an acorn. Panella says Velociraptors had wings that started on the second finger. The wings of the birds and Velociraptors basically look the same other than that.
Not really. I'm gonna do a little pushback here because bird wings are fused. Their fingers are fused all the way into one long, like it's like this. So I've done a lot of studies of anatomy and like chicken wings and stuff like that. And like the three fingers that you would normally have, like this on a bird, have all pretty much fused together into one finger. And that's not really how it is on a velociraptor.
So what are you guys drawing? Let us know in the chat what you guys are working on.
Yeah, I don't like the acorn.
Rachel B says, congrats on making it to January 31st.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
You've done the live stream every day, right?
Yep.
Every day. That's awesome. It's probably a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good accomplishment.
All right. We're gonna call this Fluffy Raptor Floofed. Actually, I'm gonna just tighten things up a little bit.
Rachel Yu says, I'm drawing characters from my book. That's cool.
From your book, like the book you're reading, or for a book that you're writing?
Good question.
And if it's from a book that you're reading, what book? I don't like that tail. I don't like you. Something a lot of people don't know is that Velociraptor was actually much smaller and was only the size of a chipmunk.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like,
But it was
what are you talking about?
it was a lot smaller though. It was about the size of a turkey.
Dang.
It was not any taller than about there probably.
Wow.
The dinosaur that they call Velociraptor in Jurassic Park is actually based off of the Utah Raptor.
Oh, really?
Yes. But Utah
Cool.
Raptor didn't sound as scary as Velociraptor,
Right.
and Velociraptor is too small to actually use, so they just changed it.
Yeah, Velociraptor sounds a lot scarier. Cooler. Oh, so it's a Utah Raptor. It's called that because the remains were discovered in Utah in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So Rachel, you responded saying, from a book I read called Vengeance Road.
Sounds cool.
And then Kiersey's drawing fox references, so that's cool. And let's see, Charlie McGowan's asking for the Facebook page, and I will include a link to that in just one moment. All right. That is sent. If you will approve that, that'd be great. So maybe this would help if you went over this with people watching now in regards to tone paper, because you helped me understand something yesterday about tone paper, because I kind of went into it being like, oh, I guess I'll just throw tone paper on the back of the sketch that I already finished. But you mentioned that um, you mentioned a couple things that were really helpful. So what are some things that you would suggest to people who are wanting to do their drawing on tone paper, things to watch out for, things to remember?
Yeah, you just want to remember that when you're doing tone paper, normally when you draw on a white background, you're and you're shading and stuff like that, you're going to be filling in everything that's not white basically in order to get like an accurate value scale. But on tone paper, your all of your midtones, everything in the middle third of the value scale is just going to basically be pretty much the background of the paper, while the lower third of the value scale is going to be what you add with your darks, and the upper third is what you're going to add with your highlights. And so um, you want to keep that in mind and not go way too dark with your darks, because then when you come in to do your highlights, there's going to be like this really high over the top contrast. You want to learn to let the gray space kind of fill in the in between for you of your values instead of drawing every single thing out yourself. Is that what you're talking about? That
Yeah,
answer?
yeah, that's great. Kiersey is saying, if I need to buy a new tablet for drawing, what do you recommend?
I like the iPad Pro personally. I think it's in a pretty good price range, and I think Procreate works really well for digital painting, and it doubles as like a computer practically. You can do emails and browse the internet from it and do a bunch of other stuff. And you can take it with you wherever you want. That's the biggest benefit I find from it, is being able to draw anywhere I go without having to pack up like my whole big workstation or anything like that. So that's what I like.
Charlie McGowan's got the 12.9 iPad Pro, and it's really nice. Sounds awesome. Almost feel like really big though. I mean, really big would be awesome typically, but if you're bringing it around places, I wonder if it's just like.
This is the 12.9.
Oh, it's the 12.9.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the like the version. It's not like the size of the screen.
It is the size of the screen, like
Oh, it is.
diagonally like this.
Oh, okay. I thought you said yours was almost 12.
Yeah, it's 12.9. So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
not quite 12 inches. It's almost 12 inches. Well, it is. It's
It is
past 12
It's past
inches.
12
It's
inches.
past 12 inches. It's not exactly 12 inches what I
Okay,
meant. Yeah.
okay. I was thinking that it was almost 12 inches rather than just above 12 inches. Okay, so that's not too big then. I just don't, I just picture like since I don't have I don't have like an iPad like that. I wondered if bringing a big giant thing was annoying, but of course I've got a laptop and a tablet, so it's it's definitely not any more convenient to have two different devices. But I like my Intuos Pro. It's been good to me. But I would prefer to be able to draw that on a surface and to have just one device. I think that's a big advantage to having an iPad Pro. Have you ever used a Surface Pro?
Nope. I have not.
You guys have any more questions for Austin? We're at 10:50, just so you know.
Okay. Sometimes I wonder if I could take a drawing I've done and, like, string out all of the line art into, like, one big long line, how long it would be?
That's an interesting thought.
Or, like, every drawing I've ever done, if I were to, like, string all that out, would it be miles long? Like, how much line have I drawn? It'd be interesting to know the answer.
Yeah. Charlie McGowan says, looks great.
Thank you. What the heck? Why'd that undo? Oh.
So what are you doing now?
Just adding like the little soft gradient like I do normally.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I went a little bit too much. I'm just gonna soften up some of the white back here. Oh, too much. There we go. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna call it right there.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Actually, we're gonna do one last thing. We're gonna add a little bit of value to the log too, so it stands out from the background.
Rachel, you says I use an iPad mini with Procreate.
Really? Can you use Apple Pencil with that?
That's what I was wondering. Rachel said I bought a pencil.
Like,
is it the Apple Pencil?
Yeah. What the heck? Why is that? What's going on? Did I accidentally do something? What's that stuff coming from in the background? It's on that layer. Did I do... What is that? Why is there... Oh, gosh, dang it.
What?
I accidentally tapped the screen like with a airbrush, and so it has put this up here, but we can get rid of it.
Rachel, you says no, it's different brand, but it works good.
Cool.
It's great. Kay Moore says I had fun. Finally, I'm drawing daily. Thank you.
Way to go. Good job. Hopefully the habit sticks. Like I said, just so everyone knows, I won't be doing live streams this next month, at least not as much. But I do think I'm probably going to pick it back up in March and do the March of Robots. But I just really got to buckle down and finish my course if I want to get it done next month. So, yeah.
What are some things, just to kind of recap everything, what are some things that you have learned and taken away from drawing every day and doing the daily sketch grind?
I feel like mostly I've just helped me to like make better marks and stuff, especially when I'm drawing on my head. And just I feel like I can draw from reference a lot faster now from just practicing it so much for 30 days. Was able to build up some good things to add to like my visual library, like my mental library of certain things based off of the animals and stuff I drew. I don't know, touched up my values by doing the tone paper drawings, like learned how to, or I guess I remembered how to get those more accurate and stuff. I don't know, a bunch of stuff. Some pretty good overall. So, but yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. It's been real. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be sure to, whenever that is, be sure to post your stuff in the Facebook group. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
See you later.